After my grandfather passed, the ranch sat untouched for nearly 3 years. Life had pulled me elsewhere, business overseas, long contracts, a quiet existence far from the drama of suburban America. The land was always there, though. 1,200 acres of rolling fields, old-growth trees, private roads, and a long-forgotten deed that predated the entire town wrapped around it. What I didn't know was that while I was gone, an HOA had crept up like ivy. They called it Silver Crest Estates, a luxury community, with manicured lawns, uniform mailboxes, and an HOA board that believed they owned everything they could see. Including, apparently, my land. The first notice arrived 3 days after I set foot back on the property. I was standing on my grandfather's porch, sipping burnt coffee and listening to cicadas, when a white SUV rolled up the dirt drive like it belonged there. A woman stepped out, clipboard in hand, visor low, lips tight enough to cut glass. "Excuse me," she snapped. "You can't park that truck here." I looked behind me. "My truck? On my porch? And you are?" I asked. "I'm Karen Whitmore, president of the Silver Crest HOA. This land is under our jurisdiction." I smiled, not because it was funny, because it was familiar. I'd seen this look before. The look of someone who'd never been told no. "No, it isn't," I said calmly. She scoffed. "We have records." "So do I." She stormed off without another word. That night, I found the letter taped to my door. Notice of violation. Unauthorized occupancy, unapproved vehicle, failure to maintain landscaping. Fine. $5,000. I laughed so hard I nearly spilled my coffee. The escalation. Within a week, the letters multiplied. Fines doubled. Threats followed. Then came the visits. HOA patrol trucks started circling the perimeter road my grandfather had built in the 1960s. They placed private HOA property signs on my fence. When I removed them, they put them back. When I installed trail cameras, they claimed privacy violations. Karen herself returned, this time with 2 men in polo shirts and identical expressions of entitlement. "You're trespassing," she announced. "On my own land. This land reverted to the HOA when it was abandoned," she said smugly. "You didn't live here. You didn't maintain it. The community absorbed it." That was the moment I knew she had no idea who she was dealing with. What Karen didn't know, my grandfather wasn't just a rancher. He was paranoid, meticulous, and very rich. The land wasn't just inherited, it was protected by ironclad deeds, mineral rights, easements, and a reversionary clause that specifically prevented HOAs, municipalities, or developers from claiming a single inch without consent. Even better, Silver Crest Estates sat on leased land. Leased from him. And now, from me. The meeting. I didn't confront Karen right away. Instead, I waited. 2 weeks later, I received a notice of foreclosure, an HOA attempt to seize noncompliant property. That same day, I RSVP'd, yes, to the HOA board meeting. I showed up in jeans and boots, sat quietly in the back, and listened as Karen ranted about outsiders, squatters, and people who think rules don't apply to them. Then she said my name. "That man is illegally occupying HOA-controlled land. We need authorization to remove him." I stood. "Hi," I said. "I'm the landowner." Laughter rippled through the room. Karen smirked. "Security." I handed a folder to the secretary. Deeds, maps, original plats, lease agreements. The room went silent. "You see," I continued, "Silver Crest Estates leases its roads, utilities easements, drainage systems, and common areas from my family trust. The HOA doesn't own them. It never has." Karen's face drained of color. "That's impossible," she whispered. "Oh, it gets better," I said. "The lease expired last month." The truth hits hard. Panic spread like wildfire. Board members whispered. Phones came out. The HOA attorney, who looked like he wanted to crawl under the table, asked for a recess. I didn't move. "I'm not here to evict anyone," I said. "Yet, but I am here to inform you that all prior fines against me are invalid. All signage placed on my land is trespassing. And all enforcement actions taken against me are legally actionable." Karen exploded. "You can't do this. These people paid for this community." I looked at her calmly. "And you built it on leased land without ever reading the fine print." The fallout. Within days, Silvercrest was in chaos. Utilities were paused. Road maintenance stopped. Insurance carriers backed out. Property values plummeted. Karen went door to door blaming me. She sent threats. She posted rants online. She even tried to block access to my property, until the sheriff showed up and reminded her that she was the one trespassing. Then came the final twist. The new lease. I offered the HOA a new lease. Fair rates. Clear boundaries. Zero tolerance for harassment. The board accepted unanimously. Karen voted no. Didn't matter. The new agreement included a clause. HOA leadership must be approved by the landowner. Guess who wasn't approved? The end of Karen. Karen resigned within a week. Her "for sale" sign went up a month later. As for me, I renovated the old ranch house, restored the trails, and opened parts of the land to conservation use, something my grandfather had always wanted. The HOA keeps its distance now. They wave when I pass. They read the fine print. And they remember that land doesn't forget who truly owns it, no matter how loudly someone screams.